Kind of dark in here too. You turn the light? Where we headed next?
We're gonna start here. So basically, this is September Clark exhibit. Basically, September Clark was a student at Avery. She graduated from Avery and she got her teacher certificate at Avery. Because at the time, this was more or less like a teacher. You come here to get your teacher certificate after high school too. And she taught for a while in Jones Island. And also she came back to Charleston and teach for her involvement in the NAACP got her fired because it was regarded as a radical, group at the time. And basically she was known as grandmother of the civil rights movement and helped in incorporating women in that movement too. And she also was very instrumental in adult literacy programs and to help black people, who were grown get some education in order to vote. So she was influential in that too. So she's basically known as the grandmother of the civil rights movement. This is a very, nice picture of her that we have in the center too.
Okay.
So this is basically our research room, and a lot of researchers come here to do research and obtain, information about that African diaspora, especially in the low country areas. So this is we got researchers from different places coming here to get some more information about different African Americans who came to Avery.
All right. What's this picture about right here? Because I seen this on a dollar bill before.
I think this is I don't know the name of the artist is Greg Garb. I've seen that too. I don't know exactly the inspiration behind that picture.
All right.
So
Oh, here it is right here.
yeah. Basically Confederate money. Basically just a blown up picture. You go to Trident, right?
Yeah.
A lot of Trident people come here. Like for a grade or extra credit.
Yeah, extra credit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Okay, this is our Jonathan Green exhibit. Basically, Jonathan Green is known for his artwork. His works can be seen in different places, all around Charleston, in hotel rooms, and you can find his work everywhere. He's a very famous artist, and he's pretty wealthy too. And he captures the low country, tries to capture the everyday life of the low country people in a very colorful, simplistic manner, as opposed to really abstract concepts. He goes for that everyday, simplistic life of the low country people with very colorful pictures. His paintings stand out, like you can tell a Jonathan Green painting. And he donated most of this to the center and actually challenged the community to step up and frame it, and they did that, so which is very neat. And we'll see more of his paintings as we keep walking around the center.
Okay.
And now this is Mark ZZ exhibit, and I think his story is very interesting. And basically, he was a slave at the time, and he was able to play the lottery. He won the lottery, and he used his earnings to buy his freedom. But he wasn't able to buy the freedom of his wife and his kids. And this was around the time he came up with the largest slave insurrection in the whole United States. This was the biggest slave insurrection in the whole United States. He actually planned to take all the slaves from Charleston to Haiti, because Haiti just got its independence at the time. And he used the whole concept of, Moses freeing his people, try to use the enemy church as a tool to do that, to actually move those slaves to Haiti. But the thing about his plan was, with plans like that, someone always snitches, and there was someone who told him, and he got hung with the people who planned that escape, and some of them got deported to the Caribbean that had harsher slave practices. So either they were hung or they were deported to the Caribbean and died, at an early age. But basically, his story is just very influential, and they're trying to build a monument to honor him. But that whole, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter, and there's that debate about if they should or they shouldn't. But that's an example of how the monument would have looked like if, they built it.
Look at it.
That's his business. And we're going to get to the student exhibit. And here is just here after the Simmons exhibit. So Simmons is known as a master blacksmith. He's known for his metal works. His work can be seen everywhere. There's a painting of him. But his works can be seen in different places in the visitor center. Basically, all over Charleston, he's done work, and and his metal works have been seen around Charleston, especially downtown too. Those are some of the examples of his metal work that you can see him at working. And this is an example.
Where's he at,
He just died recently.
He did?
A long life. He died like 2 years ago, so in his 90s, and he got national and international recognition too. And this is an example of his
workshop or something.
Anvil. He used this and passed it on his sons, and they used this anvil a lot, so he donated that to the center too.
It's a great man.
And also, like, you would think he had he had a lot of money coming in, but he was very modest with his wealth. He actually used most of his earnings to send kids to school. So I think that's very noble.
Major Arts Festival.
This is a gala exhibit. Basically, being in Charleston, you probably hear gala a lot. And this is actually considered the Gala corridor. It stretches all the way from North Carolina to Florida. And the whole story behind it is more or less the linkage between the Gala culture and the West African culture to this very day. With the importation of West African slaves to this region, they imported them to plant rice. But during this time, there was a lot of, the semi-tropical climate of this area caused for a lot of mosquitoes to be bred and a lot of malaria. And for that reason, the white slave owners had to, leave during the summer when it was really hot. And they'll come back later. But because of that absenteeism of the white slave owners, the West Africans were able to preserve some of their culture. And that culture still persists to this very day in the form of the Gala culture in Charleston area and this corridor. So you can see that in the language structure of the Gala, and also that's an example of the West African, the Sierra Leone Creole Bible and the Gala Bible, and there are a lot of similarities in terms of language structure to this very day. So that is very neat that after all those years you can still see that link.
Yeah. See, we can see that.